This is part 2 of my VHS collection update video in the month of May. So let's start with the first bundle, which contains 7 tapes from Australia, 5 retail and 2 rental. So let's begin with Swiss Van Robinson from Walls and Video, rated G. This is a retail tape. Here's a label. You can tell it's a retail tape because it shows Walls and Video in text form, distributed by Roadshow and Video. Swiss Van Robinson, rated G. Now, if you see this label, this means it was released in 1986. Next up, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Rated PG this time, but again, it's a retail tape. Here's a label. Again, Walls and Video, distributed by Roadshow and Video. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, rated PG. And again, it's a retail label. So, nothing really interesting. But although, it says right here, 29556-862. Hold on. It says right here, 29556-86232. That means it was released in 1986. Next up is A Sword in the Stone, the original anime classic, rated G, from Walls and Video, and it's, of course, well, a retail tape. With the classics logo on it, Walls and Video, Sword in the Stone. And also, you can tell it's a retail tape because it's in a small clamshell. That's pretty much, well, the cover is actually very difficult to pry off. It's embedded. Here's a label, the Walls and Video, Sword in the Stone, VHS label. Now, the thing to consider here is that even though this is a retail tape, keep in mind, even though it's a retail tape that contains this label, it actually contains the rental VHS transfer. I'm not joking. So it will contain the rental trailers along with, of course, the program. And this VHS was actually released in late 1987. That means the print date was actually released in late 1987. So that's actually crazy, to be honest. Next up is Outrageous Fortune, rated M. It's a Touchstone VHS release. And again, it's a retail tape. Here's a label. Next up is Down and Out in Beverly Hills, rated M. Again, a retail tape from Touchstone Home Video. Touchstone Video, distributed by Roadshow Home Video logo on the bottom corner. And again, it's a retail tape. Here's a label, Down and Out in Beverly Hills, rated M15+, from Touchstone Home Video. So these are all the retail tapes that are pretty much in this bundle. And I want to be honest right now. If it's only just the retail tapes, I wouldn't even purchase this bundle at all. The main reason why I bought this VHS tape is actually because of one particular VHS tape. It's this. This is the Dumbo Rental 1985 VHS release from Australia from Roadshow and Video. Grade G for General Expedition. Yeah, so that was the main reason why I bought this bundle in the first place. So, if you want to know why it's rental release, do you see that's right there? The 247 PAL VHS. If this is in a white box, that means it's a retail release. But it isn't. This is actually in black, embedded in, the cover art, which is a big deal. So if you see the VHS pretty much in white box, that means it's a retail tape. So I'm very happy that I got this rental release. Here's proof. So this is the label. Walls and Video, Display Roadshow and Video. Dumbo, Rated G. You want to know why it's released in 1985? Do you see that text of Roadshow and Video right there? Walls and Video, distributed by Roadshow and Video in text form. Not the V shape. No, this is the text Roadshow and Video form. So that's what that means it's a rental release. That was the main reason why I bought that VHS bundle. So this tape is pretty much the main reason why I bought this. So this VHS bundle pretty much cost me around $20. Before I continue with all of this, let me go through one last VHS tape in that bundle. And that is The African Queen from CBS Fox Video. That's also part of that bundle. Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn stars in The African Queen, Rated G. And also, I assume this is a rental tape. Here's a VHS label. Here's a VHS case. Okay. So, these are all the VHS tapes that are on this VHS bundle. That VHS alone pretty much is the main attraction of that VHS bundle. This tape and all these 5 VHS retail tapes are pretty much useless to me because these are not the main attractions. This is the main attraction. So in reality, I purchased this VHS bundle for $20. To convert it, it's around like $12 US. So to put it quite bluntly, that would pretty much mean that this would cost $12 US. Well, I got these 5 VHS tapes and this tape for free. That's pretty good. Very good indeed. So that's it of this VHS bundle. Let's move on to the next bundle, shall we? Oop. There we go. Alright, so we're done with this VHS bundle from Australia. Now let's move on to the next Australian VHS bundle. And that will contain 10 Australian tapes. Here they are. They are from Roadshow and Video, Premier Home Entertainment, Applause Home Video, and Walls and Video, and one tape from Touchstone Home Video. So let's begin. So let's start with this tape right here. Max Keeble's Big Move from Walt Disney Home Entertainment. Rated PG. Now this tape is a rental tape. It's a big box. Oh, and also, this movie is my childhood right here. Not the Australian VHS copy, but it's actually the Kuwaiti VHS copy. I apparently lost that Kuwaiti VHS copy, so it really saddens me, but still. If you're wondering, that Kuwaiti VHS copy is basically the same as the Saudi VHS copy, so take it for what you will. Here's a VHS label. By the way, if you see this label, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, just by Buena Vista Home Entertainment, if you see this label right here, that means you got the rental version. Next up is, of course, the undergrads, rated G from Touchstone Video. According to the wiki, it was released in, I assume, either December 1985 or January 1986. And unfortunately, this VHS tape does not contain any trailers in the beginning. Here's a VHS label. Next up is Roger Hammerstein's Cinderella, rated G. And again, it's a big box rental tape. Here's a label. Next up is Return of the Musketeers from Applause Home Video and Vision National, rated PG. Now, I assume it was either released in early 1990 or late 1999. Not sure, but I have to watch it, the VHS opening and closing to see when it released. There we go. Here's VHS label from Roadshow and Video. Sorry about this. It's very difficult to get out. Alright. Here's VHS label for Roadshow and Video and The Return of the Musketeers. Rated PG from Applause Home Video. Okay, there we go. Next up is The Long Walk Home, the remarkable true story of the 1955 Montgomery boycott, from Premier Home Entertainment and Carl Co. International, rated PG, starring Sissy Spacek and Whoopi Goldberg. This was released in October 1992. Here's VHS label, Roadshow and Video. rated PG, Premier Entertainment. Next up, Over the Hill. She's past the age of consent, but not old enough to feel it. It's never too late to live it up. Rated PG, from Applause Home and Video, but it's actually from Village Roadshow Pictures, which is quite bizarre from a Village Roadshow Home Video VHS release that's distributed by Applause Home Video and not from Roadshow Home Video themselves. Even though Applause Home Video is a Roadshow Home Video side label, it's quite really shocking that's not from Roadshow Home Video and only from Applause Home Video, so it's quite bizarre, but still, nonetheless. Again, this was released in October 1992. Here's the VHS label, Roadshow Home Video. And Over the Hill, label, PG, Applause Home Video. By the way, if you want to know how to know if it's a Roadshow rental VHS tape and a Roadshow retail tape, if you see it's a rental retail tape, here's how you can find out. This is a rental. You know why? Because, do you see this Roadshow video in blue text? That means it's a rental. If you see this in blue text, along with this in blue text as well, this means that's a Roadshow rental. I hope you learned something new about this. Next up, Toothless. From 1998, starring Kirstie Alley. And again, it's a big box rental tape. This is a Wonderful World Disney movie. Here is the VHS label. Next up, we move on to the Disney Preserts from Australia. This is the Walton Video Mickey's Christmas Carol. That's rated G. Do you see a G right there? That has a different text compared to Roadshow VHS releases. This means it was released by Sim Home Video. So it contains Mickey's Christmas Carol, these Christmas cartoons, and the small one. Here's the VHS label. Mickey's Christmas Carol with the Sorcerer Mickey logo. So these are Sorcerer Mickey with the Walls and Video logo and Mickey's Christmas Carol rated G. Next up, Cartoon Bonanza 1. It's the Walt Disney Video Cartoon Classics line. Rated G. Now, even though you might see, oh, it's rated G, isn't that similar to the Roadshow's VHS ratings? Well, yeah, it could be. But if you look at the side, or here, okay, it's pretty typical. Why you think it's obviously a Roadshow VHS release? Well, it isn't, because if we were to open this, even though there's obviously no label here, if you look in the bottom, is that Cartoon Bonanza 1? And there's no distributed by Roachum Video logo, Walls and Video. That means it's again another Sim Home Video release. So yeah, there you go. There's your VHS label. And let's look at this VHS cover one last time before we move on to our VHS. So this is Cartoon Bonanza 1. And finally, lastly, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from Walls and Video. Now, the reason I picked this VHS and put it on this bundle is because this has a white background, including the Sorcerer Mickey artwork right here, and the Walls and Video logo on the top. This is a big deal, considering the fact that most of these releases that I basically picked up are not white. So this is the first one that I found that's from Australia. Yes, from Australia. Also, video, The Main Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the VHS 25 code. So this is pretty much insanely hard to find cover. For rental only, not for sale. Here's the VHS label. Now, even though it has the white cover, unfortunately I have some very tragic news. This was released in 1984. So this unfortunately means that this VHS, even though it has the white cover and so on, is pretty much exactly the same as every VHS Sim Home Video Disney release that I've had previously. That includes the same opening, but different, of course, trailers in the closing. But still, it really is a shame. So yeah, very, very disappointing. And that's all of the VHS tapes inside this VHS bundle. So those are all of the Australian VHS tapes that I received in the month of May. Now let's move on to the biggest bundle that I've ever received of all the VHS bundles that I've received in my VHS career. And this I'm very most excited by. This is the Disney Rental VHS bundle that I purchased on eBay for a whopping total of around 240 pounds, which obviously that's including shipping, keep that in mind. So excluding shipping, that'll cost me 220 pounds. So I'm extremely excited about this because these tapes I don't think you ever heard of unless I show them to you. So this should be a lot of fun. That includes more from Disney tapes, Disney Channel premieres. That's incredibly hard to find on DVD and on streaming and so on. So this should be a lot of fun to see, shall we? So let's take a close look. So let's start with the first VHS tape. The Legend of Young Dick Turpin. Yes, that's actually what the VHS is called. The Legend of Young Turpin. Ray U. Now, this film was released from Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color. And since it actually contains that U rating, that's in a weird text and shape, or sorry, since this is the early prototype of the triangle U from this Disney cover, that means it was released in 1985. Here's a VHS label. Next up is 5 Mile Creek, filmed in location Australia. Now this tape is actually the free tape that I received when I purchased that 22 VHS bundle. So that means I got free VHS tapes for free. This is one of them that I received for free. So this 5 Mile Creek VHS tape is a pre-cert. And do you know what's really interesting about this? 5 Mile Creek was released in the United States on VHS, of course. I believe 20 volumes, I assume. Unfortunately, this UK pre-cert VHS is only just one. That's the only one. And since it says running time 94 minutes, that means it probably contains 4 episodes or 2 episodes that are 14 minutes long. I'm not sure. But anyways, this is a UK pre-cert. Now, what's also interesting is that it's also released in Australia and New Zealand. So, hope now you know. Now, unfortunately, there's a reason why it is for free. The seller said, "I'll give it to you for free because it contains mold. Like, I believe slight mold. I'm not sure, but it contains mold, definitely. So, I'm going to unfortunately use on my VHS player that pretty much is mainly used for getting rid of the mold." So here's the VHS label, 5 Mile Creek. But still, even with that mold, I'm very happy I had to have this in my collection. Because now we know that there is a UK release of 5 Mile Creek that exists. Next up, High Flying Spy. And again, it's part of the Wonderful World color. Ray U. Now, because it contains the Prototype U certification, that means it's released in 1985. Here's a label. Next up, Guns in the Heather, starring Kurt Russell. Again, part of the Walt Disney One World color. Again, with that Prototype U. Excitement at its explosive best, with action danger lurking around every corner. Guns in the Heather. Here's a label. Next up, Walt Disney Home Video's Never a Dull Moment, the white clamshell pre-cert from 1983. Plus, exciting preview of the fully animated feature, Robin Hood, at your cinema soon. That sticker. If you see a sticker, that means it was released in 1983. I believe early 1983. Now, when I watched this movie, by the way, and it's actually a pretty good movie. It's, in my opinion, it's actually very funny. I actually love the movie. If you never watched the movie, I recommend you watch it. You're gonna laugh. Here's a VHS label, Never Dull Moment. And it contains the for rental only, not for sale text. Next up, the $1 Million Dixie Deliverance, rated PG. It's part of the Walt Disney World color. Here's the VHS label. And next up, Gone Are the Days, a comedy that's criminal from Walt Disney Video. Now, this is a Disney Channel premiere film. Now, I assume it was released in late 1984. And fortunately, this movie, Gone Are the Days, was never released on DVD or Blu-ray or on streaming. It only exists on VHS. And according to my knowledge, it was released in Australia, UK, and United States. I think it also released in New Zealand, but I'm not entirely sure. And it stars Harvey Korman. Here's the VHS label. Gone Are the Days from Walt Disney Video. Next up is Disney Classics, The Reluctant Dragon. Now, this is, of course, a retail tape. Now, this tape is one of the free tapes I received in that 22 VHS bundle. To be honest, I don't really care about this tape because, it's a free tape, so I'm very happy that I got it. But still. Here's the VHS label. Sorry about the blurriness. It says right here, E40, The Reluctant Dragon. But anyways, I don't really care about this VHS a lot because, it's a retail tape. You can literally find this tape on eBay for very cheap. But at least I got a tape for free. But here's the thing. I got 2 VHS tapes. One is, of course, a retail tape that, of course, I got for free, which is this one, of course. And another one that I'm very excited to show you. But first, let's go over the other tape, shall we? This is Walt Disney Video's Bride of Boogity. And it's, of course, part of the wonderful... this part of Disney movie. Now, according to my research, apparently this tape is a bit sought after by a lot of people because, people love Mr. Boogedy and Bride of Boogedy because I believe they grew up with it because it's from Halloween, so I have to keep that in mind. I never watched the movie, but I'm very excited to watch it soon. Stars Eugene Levy, so that should be interesting. Distributed by distributed by Rank Home Video. Here's the VHS label. Bride of Boogedy, rated PG. Walt Disney Video. Also, would you know, this is also one of the only UK VHS tapes that's from 1987 to 1988 that is only rated PG. That's the only tape. That's from Walt Disney specifically, not Buena Vista Video, not Touchstone Video. No, from Walt Disney Video specifically, that is rated PG. All the other tapes that I'm going to show you are rated U. Next up is You Ruined My Life. That's rated U from Walt Disney Video. It stars Soleil Moon Frye and Paul Reiser. Again, it's part of this Disney Sunday movie. Now, unlike Bride of Boogity, which actually released on DVD, this unfortunately never released on DVD, Blu-ray, or on streaming as well. So, unfortunately, you have to get on VHS. Here's a VHS label. Next up, Parent Trap Hawaiian Honeymoon, otherwise known as Parent Trap 4. This is a TV movie. And you might be thinking, wait, there's a Parent Trap 4? Yes, there is a Parent Trap 4. There's also Parent Trap 3 and also Parent Trap 2. You may not know that because obviously Parent Trap 2, 3, and 4 are all TV movies. This was released in 1991. Here's the VHS label. Now, before I continue, let me tell you the release dates of both of these tapes. So, You Ruined My Life was released in January 1988, and Bride of Boogity was released on 1988, or early 1988. Okay, next up. This was the VHS I wanted to add in the bundle. The Walls and Video, The Reluctant Dragon, rental tape from 1987. Includes a rare behind-the-scenes tour of Disney Studio. This is real. It's not a retail tape, it's a rental tape. It's big box. See? Distributed by Rank Video. That's how you know it's a rental tape. Here's a VHS label. Reluctant Dragon from Walls and Video, rated U. So, yes. This is a small box. That's how... See, Disney's right there. Made class, Reluctant Dragon, rated U. And this is a rental. Because big box. As from Walls and Video. And it's by Rank Video. And the rental version actually contains the rare behind-the-scenes tour of the Disney Studio. Basically the same as, I assume, the 1986-97 VHS release for the United States. So, I'm very happy I got this tape now. Next up, Parent Trap 3, starring Haley Mills. Now, this was released in 1990. Here's a VHS label. Next up is Just in Case. I believe it's also a Disney Sunday movie as well. Just in Case. Rated PG. However, this is released in 1989. So keep that in mind. And also, according to the cover, it says directed by Blake Edwards, which also created Pink Panther. So take that for what you will. Just in Case. He's a detective investigating a murder. His own. Here's VHS label, Just in Case. Next up, the one only genuine original family band. It's a UK VHS release from Walls and Video. That is basically the white clamshell VHS cover. It's an old Disney movie. Now, according to my research, apparently this VHS, this movie, was actually released in the United States, UK, and maybe Australia? I'm not entirely sure, but sadly, only the UK and US countries only got this release. But that's my knowledge. So, if any of you actually know where this title was released in what country, let me know. But so far, to my knowledge, only in the UK and the US. Here's VHS label, the one only genuine original family band. It was also released in 1987. Next up, Child of Glass. They shared an incredible venture filled with murder, mystery, and ghosts. Again, it's released in 1987 in a white clamshell. Now, when I watched this VHS opening, which is Child of Glass, I was absolutely shocked. Not trailers themselves, not the warning screen, not the program, but it's actually a logo variant. This is the only VHS that contains an insanely rare Walls and Video Presents variant. So, stay tuned for that logo variant. Here's VHS label, Child of Glass from Walls and Video, Ray U. Released 1987. Next up, The Ghost of Cypress Swamp. Some people die in the swamp. Others just never return. From Walls and Video. Now, I've seen previously on my channel, you know that this VHS tape was also released in Australia in 1992. However, this VHS was also released in the UK, but this was released in 1987. But unfortunately, this was never released in the USA, and it also never released in DVD, Blu-ray, or on streaming. It only was on VHS. So this title is sadly pretty much extremely sought after by a lot of people. Here's a VHS label, The Ghost Cyber Swamp, rated U, from Walls and Video. But yeah, I'm very glad I got this tape. Next up, Secrets of the Pirates Inn. And sadly, this is a UK exclusive because it never released anywhere else besides on VHS in the UK. So, I hope you now know this information. A fortune treasure waiting to be discovered. Secret of the Pirates Inn. Now, I assume this was released in either 1987 or early 1988, so I have to watch it again. But still, it's extremely rare to find. Here's the VHS label, Secrets of Pirates Inn. Next up, back to Hannibal. The Return of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Now, this VHS was also released in the United States, and also released in Australia, and also released in other countries, including South America. And it's also produced in association with Wonderworks, and also aired on Disney Channel as well, so... Here's the VHS label. And this VHS was released in the UK in July 8th or August 7th of 1993. Contains a Buena Vista Home Entertainment sticker. Sorry, Buena Vista Home Video sticker right there. That's how you know this is a rental tape. Because it's actually a big box. Just like all of these boxes. All of these are big boxes. Along with each of these. Except for the Parent Trap. That's actually, I believe, a small box. But still. Next up. She's Still Alone. The story of a woman's courage and inspiration. And according to my research, this is a UK exclusive. It never released in the United States. It never released in Australia or in South America, whatever. But I only see it only available in the UK. Never released anywhere else. However, if there's further information, I will pretty much let you know in either a VHS collection update or a community post, or you will see a VHS opening in which you'll be shocked by. Either way, I'll let you know. For either of those methods. But if you see any She's Still Alone VHS tapes in either South America, Asia, South Africa, and other countries, please let me know in the comments, alright? I'll try my best to research more on this, but not in the UK, but in other countries if it's available, but still. Let me know if you find any. Anyways, here's the VHS label. She's Still Alone, rated U. Here's the release date. April 2nd or February 4th of 1993. Here's a Buena Vista Home Video sticker. Next up is Polly, Ray U. Released from Walton Video. Now, this movie is actually a musical. And also, this movie actually released on DVD. Unlike She's Still Alone, which it never released on DVD, streaming, or on Blu-ray. Which is a shame. Polly was released, the UK VHS release, was released in 1990. So yeah, the Polly UK VHS release was released in 1990. Next up, A Mom for Christmas. Tale of Christmas Magic. It's a Christmas movie starring Olivia Newton-John from Walton Video, Ray U. And yes, it's a big box rental tape. But what's shocking is that it contains the Buena Vista Home Video logo right here, even though you see it's from Walton Video. Odd. Even shows the Walton Video right there on top, in the back of the VHS cover, along with the Buena Vista Video on the bottom. How odd. Here's VHS label, A Month for Christmas. It also contains a release date. It was released in October 5, or I believe it's 5, yeah, October 5 or 8 of 1991. And again, it contains a Buena Vista Video sticker right there. Next up, the Walt Disney's Wonderful Color of Run, Cougar Run, a thrilling wildlife adventure. It contains the U rating prototype, which basically means it released in 1985. It's from the Walt Disney Wonderful Color label. Here's VHS label. Next up is The Parent Trap. That was the third final free tape that I received from the 22 VHS bundle. So this, and of course, the 5 Mile Creek are the free tapes. Yes, free tapes that I got for free. So this is The Parent Trap, the remake starring Lindsay Lohan. Twice the fun, double the trouble. Rated PG. From Walt Disney Pictures. Starring Dennis Quaid as well. And yes, this is sadly a retail tape. Family fun. It also contains this booklet, Wolsey Classics, Mulan, Discover the Magic on Video from November 8th, 1999. I assume this is basically activity booklet for kids to enjoy. Available to own on video for November 8th, 1999. Meant to advertise to kids and families. This in the back. Walt Disney Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Watch The Bright Star this Christmas. New this Christmas. All new full-length movie. Only on video. So that's the booklet. That is inside the Parent Trap remake VHS cover. So here's the VHS label. So this was released in 1999, August 29th. And finally, the grand finale, the Buena Vista on Video 1990 to 1991 collection trailer tape from Touchstone Video and Disney on Video, aka Walt Disney Video. The piece de la resistance. It's truly an insanely hard to find UK trailer tape. I'm very glad I actually got it in my collection. Let's read the back of the cover. Buena Vista Video has consistently released top quality product into the video rental and retail markets. Supported by effective and professional marketing campaigns, both Disney and Touchstone have produced some of the top performing videos over the last 12 months. Now the success continues with this latest update of impressive product for 1990 and early 1991. And there you have it. Contains Touchstone titles and Disney titles, both retail and rental. All right. And here is the VHS label. Buena Vista Video 1990 to 1991 collection. And that is a big deal. I might pretty much upload this probably in a subscriber special when I reach a milestone. So who knows? And that is all of the VHS tapes I received during the month of May. I hope you enjoyed this VHS collection video. Let me know if you have any questions regarding about all the VHS tapes you pretty much have seen during this May VHS collection update video. I hope to see you next one. If there is probably going to be one, if I feel like doing some more. Anyways, goodbye everyone. I'll see you later.